Hey everyone, I hope you're doing good. Do you have that one genre, for some weird reason, you should like, because it talks about pretty much everything you like, but you just can't get into it, and you don't know why? That's what we're going to be talking about today. Keep in mind, I don't hate any of these genres. I think a lot of these genres actually do sound pretty good. For whatever reason, I can't get into them, and I should like them, because like I said, they talk about a lot of the same things I like. I just can't get into them, or maybe I only like one band from them. So let's talk about it. First, psychobilly. I don't know, man. I just can't get into it. I like the Cramps, and that's really about it. I think the problem with psychobilly, if I'm really gonna nail it down, is it's a genre I feel like a lot of times they take their stuff too seriously, which I honestly don't get. Why would you take that seriously? I mean, when I listen to the Cramps, I get this feeling that they're not taking it seriously. They're playing rock and roll. They're other bands I try to listen to. They're not really like playing. I mean, they're playing a type of that, but they're not. They want to take it really seriously. The biggest example would have to be Creepshow, a band I should honestly like, but when they talk about politics, and you know me, I'm a really political person sometimes, but if I'm going to want to listen to a band that talks about politics, I'll listen to Black Flag or the Bad Brains or something. I don't need a genre what is so fun and up loose to be talking about politics. But it's a genre I should like. I like rockabilly music. I like old monster movies. I like weird cult films and just weird, cheesy, corny, kind of wacky, campy stuff. But I don't know, man. I only like the Cramps, and that's just a genre I can't get into for some weird reason. Okay, next. New Wave. Yeah, I like Blondie, so it's kind of similar thing with Psychobilly. I like Blondie. I think that's a really good band. I somewhat like the Cars, but only their first album. But when it gets down to that, I think the problem with New Wave is just it's almost too polished. You know what I mean? It's just too polished for me. I should like it because it's upbeat music and stuff. And even though I like a lot of heavy stuff too, I like a little upbeat a little bit. Just as long as it's not too corny. And it seems like something I would get into because it's not that corny. And it's pretty good. I just can't get into it. You know what I mean? I'm saying I can't really much get into is polka. I know this is weird to put on here, but hear me out. I like a lot of roots music. You know what I mean? And I feel like polka is another genre I should get into, but for some reason, it's just not my thing, I guess. That's all I really gotta say about it. Another genre I can't much get into is country music. I know this is the most popular thing to say, but keep in mind, I love Hank Williams. I like Johnny Cash. Those country music I can get into. I guess my problem with country music is how bad it became and became a self-parody of itself. But you know what? This is a whole different topic for a different video, but I'm just going to say this right now. Country needs its own punk rock, like how rock and roll was getting bad in the 70s and punk kind of came to show what its real roots were. Country needs the same thing. I don't know what that would be, but country needs it. In fact, I did make a video about, what was it? I forget his name right now, but yeah. I forget his name right now, but basically, country needs something, and I think we will get it. But that's a whole different topic to a different video. I just put it in there because why not? Another genre which I can't seem to get into is indie pop. It's weird because I like a lot. I'm gonna be honest. This is my guilty pleasure. I like a lot of '80s pop. You know what I mean? I like some of Michael Jackson stuff, even though I don't like what type of person he was. I can still enjoy his music. I like Prince. Actually, I think Prince is much better than Michael Jackson. And indie pop seems to be borrowing a lot from those trends of that kind of '80s pop aesthetic. But for some weird reason, I just can't get into it. And I like indie rock, that kind of jingly indie rock. I just can't get into it. I never liked the Smokes, really. I never really liked the Light Swipes. I don't know, man. But that is kind of like a list of genres I just can't get into. Tell me what you think in the comments, and also tell me any genres you should be liking, but for some weird reason, you just can't. But before I go, I want to tell you why I made this video. I wanted to make this video because I feel like stereotypes, you know what I mean? We get put in the box like, oh, you like this, so you're probably gonna like this. That's not always the case. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff I should be liking because that stuff is mostly similar, but I just can't. Maybe I like one band or so, but I just can't. You know what I mean? But have a good day and bye.